Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today is Michelle Smeltzer. Michelle is the Community Liaison for the Department of Social Services here in Warren County. So she wears a lot of hats. Seems like that she's involved in every organization.
Not everyone.
A lot. Let's start first of all with the thermal shelter because you just closed the door for the season. Want to fill me in on how it went?
Sure. Yeah, we had about 15 weeks, and we closed on April 2nd, which finished out that week. It went really well. We had more people this year than we've had in the past years, which we anticipated. Our most was like 40 a night, which from the beginnings, when we first started, we were having 5 to 10 people.
Well, people felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't know if we had more people, but they've kind of come out of the woodwork, so to speak, literally out of the woods, and they feel safer, more comfortable that you're going to.
Yeah, we had people, from that were there last year or the year before. So
they'll bring their friends.
Yeah, so we usually had over 30 a night, and the churches supported us, community members with dinners. So dinners were brought in every single night for those weeks, and
that's 15 weeks. That's 7 days a week.
That's a lot of food. Lunches, lunch meat, bread, snacks. The churches are a huge support for us. And again, just community members, community organizations, the Masons came out and, they smoked chicken or turkey and brought that in. And
it's
other
amazing.
groups.
People, when there's a need, the community comes together and fills it. So we won't ask what we're going to do next year.
Well, big changes. Big changes next year. Well, COVID, we were able to stay in the same 15th Street location through the last couple of years because of COVID, really. And with that, hopefully out of the way for a while, we do need to find another location. With the number of people we're seeing now, a lot of our churches are a little small to hold 40 people a night. So we're looking for one location that would be able to fit that many people, but that'll probably be challenging. So we might have to be a little creative this next season.
Sure. She's looking for an angel.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That would be wonderful.
So keep that in mind if you have an inclination for helping the homeless or
you have a building.
If you're looking for something or a building, get a hold of Michelle. I'll give you all her information here below the video. So what's the next thing on the agenda coming up next?
Well, we have social services on May 12th. It's a Thursday. We have a job fair coming up. And we have different corporations and companies and
it's like everybody.
Everybody. We're trying to get everybody who needs help, which is a lot of people, will be coming to the job fair. And it's going to be May 12th, as I said, from 10 to 2 up in the gymnasium at 15th Street. We had one last year. Mm-hmm. It was pretty successful. We had a lot of employers there, and they seemed to enjoy it, and they even networked amongst each other. But so this year we're hoping to get more people, again, with the pandemic kind of slowing up here. Hopefully we'll have more people come out and...
Well, they say that the participation rate is still low.
Yeah.
Even though the unemployment rate is really low, there's less people in the workforce. So we're trying to draw people out of their...
Right.
The money's running out.
Yes. Yeah, that's another day.
Yes.
Discussion for another day. But yes, the COVID money, the extra SNAP, different things that'll be coming to an end pretty soon. So that'll be an issue.
Fair, that's going to be May the 12th, 10 to 2 at the 15th Street
Gymnasium. Exactly where it was last year.
Okay. All right.
And we'll be out there, have tables set up for everybody. So we might come up in another week or so and talk to you a little bit more about that.
About that one. That's
the different companies that are coming.
Sure, that'll be good. So what's coming up next? I know we got the House of Hope.
So the Empty Bowl Supper is coming up this weekend, this Saturday. It is going to be at Honey and Hops.
That's right on Main Street.
That's right on Main Street. And they have a pretty big location. So
Sure.
we're going to set up a few tables, have our bowls set up. The soups will be there. They'll be in a to-go container like it was last year. But all the bowls will be in one location and not at different businesses along Main Street. They are there now, and so if you want to see some of the bowls, you can walk along Main Street, and some of the businesses have a display of the bowls. But all the bowls will be at Honey and Hops on Saturday from 11 to from 12 to 3 on this Saturday.
So how did this empty bowl concept work? People bought a bowl.
Yes.
I noticed Arlene makes these bowls.
So Arlene Link with Explore Art and Clay is basically the backbone to this whole thing. So she throws the bowl. She does the bowls. She makes them. She puts makes flowers in them, or roosters, or chickens, or pigs, or whatever. And then you can come in and paint them for free. You can just go in and paint if you enjoy painting and want to paint up a bowl. She fires them, and they're ready for sale. If you want to buy your bowl that you painted, which I usually try to do,
sure,
it's at
no one else would want it.
Yeah, exactly. Not if I painted it. So I have some interesting bowls. They're $25 if you just want your bowl. And then it's $35 if you want your bowl and participate in the Empty Bowl Supper. You get your bowl. You get 2 soups from local businesses. So we have lots of restaurants that participate, and you have a lot of different soups to choose from. And then if you want extra soup, it's $5 for each additional soup past your 2 soups. So you just go in, you get a bag, you put your stuff in it, and walk around Main Street, look at the shops if you want.
There's still plenty of bowls to purchase.
There's still bowls to purchase, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Check that out. Honey and Hops.
It's a great event. It's fun. There's going to be Passage Creek Rising is going to be playing at the gazebo. And we also have a gentleman at the house who's staying there right now, who's a musician, and he'll be playing a couple songs with Passage Creek Rising.
So all the proceeds will go to House of Hope.
Yep,
and
all the proceeds.
That's this Saturday.
This Saturday, April 30th, from 12 to 3.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have a lot of stuff going on.
So we have that. And then we have May 14th, there's a volunteer fair. And Samuel's Library, it's going to be held there. Michelle Ross, the director, has been organizing this volunteer fair. And so there's going to be a lot of nonprofits that use volunteers and need volunteers. And if you like to volunteer, you don't know where to volunteer, you're not sure what's out there, you can come to the volunteer fair, you can talk to the different organizations, see what their needs are, and see if it fits. And you might find a place where you'd like to voluntear.
What they do, they match your talent up with a need somewhere. What they're looking for is some volunteers. That's what we
every organization needs volunteers.
That's right. It's great.
But we have a different, I'll just name off a few of the organizations that'll be there. So Habitat for Humanity, the Warren Coalition, Tree Stewards, the Salvation Army, Concern Hotline, and Concern Hotline is another organization I'm involved with. You can just stay at home. You don't have to go anywhere. So if you're
age of technology, now they can route.
You take phone calls. You go through. The only time you have to go out is to do the training, but otherwise you stay at home. The calls are routed to you, and if that is something that you're passionate about, or you're a good listener. And you can't go out. Maybe your health doesn't. You're not able to go out because of your health or whatever. This might be something good because you can just stay at home and do that.
And they can control the hours that you do.
Yes, you pick your hours, so that's a great organization.
And that's really
a
good work too, because sometimes people just need to talk and listen to or have questions, and you don't have to know all the answers to do this job.
A lot of people just want someone to listen to them. Right. That's what they need, is someone to listen. And then there's also resources, and if they need resources, you have access to
Call Michelle.
The resource library.
We'll talk about that story later. I'm always telling people, call Michelle. She knows a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy. But anyway, there's some churches in here, and so various organizations will be on hand to talk about what their needs are, and So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be from 10 to 1 on May 14th, and that is a Saturday. So come out if you want to learn more about some nonprofits that are out there and some churches.
There's a lot of great things going on. So we have our Empty Bowl thing on Saturday. The next Saturday is May the 7th. Mm-hmm. That's the DL Community Market opens up. And also we're going to probably see some produce start coming around here pretty soon. Right. And then we have the Chio Gardens, our plant. That's another community event.
That's another community event. They need lots of volunteers for that.
They need a lot of volunteers for that. And of course, if you just want to have a little fun, the CNC Family Fun Day is that day.
Yes, and the parade. And
the parade is going. No, yes, the parade is going on.
Yeah,
a parade.
I think we might be in the parade.
All these organizations. There's just so much going on the next couple of weeks. So we'll try to keep a list of these things. You will not have a lack of something to do. That's for sure.
Right. Now that the weather is, we just had the Jubilee. So the Every Child Matters Jubilee this past Saturday, and what a beautiful, beautiful day. We were competing with Earth Day and some other things, but we had just such great fun doing that, and everything was free. So we're trying to do that every year.
Well, the Early Act kids at E. Wilson Elementary School is having an event this Thursday at 3:00. It's a blessing box that they built.
Yes,
and we're going to be blessing the blessing box. I guess is what you call it.
Yes, I have that on my calendar.
Got that on your calendar, so that's Thursday.
Make it to that. Yes,
that's great.
That's
Michael
wonderful.
Williams has done a great work with all them kids.
He's done fabulous.
He's another great volunteer that we have. And it's just like too many people to name, because it's just amazing when you're talking to people like you do, and you realize how many people are out there that are helping each other and building our community.
Right.
And that's what really brings our community together. It gives us that small town charm.
That's what I love.
Small town, big possibilities.
Yes.
I told people I stole that out from a town out in New Mexico. I'm driving down the interstate out in the middle of nowhere, and across the bridge it said "small town, big possibilities." I said, I'm going to steal that because it fits what we do. We're small town, but we have great possibility, great location, great people. It's just great.
It is. And
it only can get better.
It only can get better. I have one more thing to say that I just remembered. I can't believe I just remembered it. But I'm doing a big food giveaway at First Baptist Church this Friday at 4 p.m. Until the food is gone. I have a lot of frozen food that I will be giving away. It's in family-size packaging, and so I have bacon and cold cuts and chicken nuggets and all sorts of desserts, chocolate cake.
This is about stuff coming from the thermal shelter?
This is not from the thermal shelter. This is from food that we get from New Hope Bible Church, who gets it from Cisco. Okay. And so this is all that kind of food, and
this was all stored out there at 15th Street, which is now going to be remodeled, and they're losing their freezer. That's right.
I'm losing the freezer, so we just have to make sure we get everything out of it, and so we've been working hard to get that going, and
someone has
we want someone to. Yeah,
it's Friday at 4:00.
Friday at 4:00 at First Baptist Church.
It's right there,
and where they do that. It's right. Yeah, it's right there, right behind the Methodist Church.
Behind the old town hall.
By Maddox, and that's where they do the dinners Monday through Thursday. Every night at 5 p.m. They do the to-go dinners at First Baptist. So we like to go to that location.
There's so much going on. I'll put all this information below the video. We'll get the word out there, share it all around your social media sites, and start showing up and helping out, volunteer, get a hold of Michelle if you're looking for something to do, show up in this job fair if you're looking for work. Go get a bowl of soup.
Lot of great things going on.
It's a great thing. Plenty to do in Front Royal.
Yes.
Michelle, I really appreciate all you do. She's going to be coming back because you have a new director that's been there a little while.
Well, he's been there for a year and a half or so.
But he's been hiding in his office.
Yeah.
I know. Actually,
I'm going to bring him out here, and
we're going to expose him to the Royal Examiner. But you had a new director here in the last year, so we're going to find out what's going on at DSS. I'm just really amazed at the amount of people that DSS serves in our community.
Yeah, it's quite.
And
quite
I
a
don't
bit.
think people really realize the volume
Right.
that we have in Warren County. You know,
It's a huge amount. It's not any more than
any other county.
any other place. So it's not like we have
But
more
it's still,
than
no, it's not. It's
most.
not, no, but
it is a lot.
it's a lot, and every county
yeah.
has this
Yeah.
amount of people, and we just kind of like don't see it. You know,
Right.
it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But it's probably your neighbor, and you just don't. You know,
We have a lot of programs. Most people just think of, SNAP, which was the food stamps,
Right,
or
right.
Medicaid. But there are a lot of other programs that
the
we
WIC
have.
program. You got,
Well, that's
still
health
gone.
department.
Oh, that's
WIC is health
Well,
department.
that's over in your building somewhere.
They're next door. I go ask them questions.
But there's a lot of help for people.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just don't know where to go to ask.
Right. And they don't know that there's help for a particular
Right.
thing. So
Yeah.
they don't ask for it. But
Right.
yeah.
There's a lot of programs out there.
There are a lot of programs out there to help people.
If you won't get it if you don't ask. So.
That's true.
Michelle, again, I appreciate all the great things you do in our community and all the things that DSS does. It helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right,
we do.
appreciate it. And I will see you maybe next week with our new director and some other good things happening.
Yeah.
She's got too much to talk about, she said, so we'll be back.
I'll leave and I'll think, oh, I forgot to say this.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'll, if you forget it, you let me know and I'll
Okay.
type it in down there.
Okay.
All right, thanks again,
All right.
Michelle.
Thank you.